USB drive. You can also say that you like a song by pressing the plus button here, and you can say you don't like one by pressing the international stop sign there. You can also favorite it internally, so you can say, I like this song, and it'll stay in your favorites up top. We can also browse amongst other Slacker sources by searching directly through voice control or typing in an artist or song. You can see recently searched, and then you can browse through news, custom station, top stations, lots of different options in here. By scrolling backwards, we can go to our other internet radio source, TuneIn Radio. TuneIn allows you to bring in radio stations from all over the world. Let's take a look at the normal radio options as well. You have a choice between FM, AM, or XM radio if you have a subscription. By pressing on FM, you get a more traditional tuner setup. You can slide in between stations and choose one specifically. You can search through just by clicking on here, backwards and forwards. And you can save a favorite just by pressing and holding on any one of these. Once it pulses, it saves that station. You can choose HD on or off depending on how the signal is in your area, and that may give you some more options down here for further HD channels at each frequency. You can also jump directly to AM, and with XM, you can find the radio station code so that you can set up your own XM radio station. Let's press Browse and take a look at some of our other options. We can jump directly to My Music and Devices and select a phone paired over Bluetooth where we can play music directly. And we can also go back and plug in a USB drive. That will then pop up here. I can press on it, sort by songs, genre, artist, albums, or by folder. And then I can play something directly here. Under Favorites, we have all of our favorite radio stations, in addition to favorite tune-in stations, Slacker stations. A variety of different things can be sent to favorites, and you can have them all in one collection here. You can also see your recently played. We can see what we played today, yesterday, and even 2 weeks back. It goes quite a ways back, so if you're wondering what you listened to a week ago, it's right here. We can also jump directly to favorites and recents through these two buttons up top. You can also jump directly to your equalizer settings by pressing this button and fine-tune your settings directly. You can turn Dolby Surround on or off depending on the audio source, and you can also jump directly to fade and balance where you can concentrate the music right on the driver, and it has a smart center for 0. In addition to jumping between audio sources directly on the steering wheel controls, you can also jump between them by pressing this button here, jump directly to FM, AM, XM, TuneIn, Slacker, or whatever devices you have paired. Next up, let's take a look at the navigation. I'll switch into the top pane again, and then in this bottom left corner, I can go full screen. The maps look great in full screen, and you have a couple of different choices. You can pinch to zoom, you can pull in to zoom in on something, get a closer view, you can switch to satellite, and you can also turn traffic on or off, whether you like seeing traffic on the roads or not. You can also zoom in and out using these buttons. You can have the car follow you on navigation by keeping this little blue target highlighted. With navigation, you can type in an address directly here, or if you have connectivity, you can just type in, say, a business, and it'll navigate you directly to the closest ones. We can also do that through voice controls. You can also see your history by pressing here, see all the recent places that you've been to, and you can also choose your recent searches. So if you're 200 miles down the road and you need a cup of coffee, all you need to do is do the recent search and it'll find one nearest you. If we choose one of these, it'll do a search for anything nearby. We want to choose one of our Tesla Motors stores, we can click on that. There's an option to navigate or call the store directly from here. If we press navigate, you then get the choice of your next turns, volume, and you can cancel. You also see how much time it'll take you, how many miles, and the approximate time you'll arrive. You can also jump directly to your final location by pressing the flag. Now let's take a look at the energy application. We'll cancel out of this, take this one out of full screen, and jump into energy on top just by tapping on it. This new energy application is great. It shows you your watt hours per mile over the course of the last 30, 15, or 5 miles, building different graphs of each level of data. You can also see your instantaneous range or your average range over that period. Lots and lots of information to tell you exactly how far you can go and how your driving has affected your actual range. Next up is the web browser. Web browser allows you to type a URL into the top or do a Google search directly in there as long as you have the connectivity package. You can go full screen, which is great. You can read a website while you're waiting to pick somebody up. You can also save favorites by pressing Heart Plus here, and you can jump directly to your favorites by pressing the heart. You can also jump to the backup camera at any time. It of course comes on automatically when you put the car into reverse. You can jump directly to your phone application from here. You can see your recent calls, you can see your contacts and scroll through those alphabetically, and you have a dialer in case you want to enter a number in directly. Of course, this is also available through the steering wheel controls. Now that we've covered the touchscreen, there's one more thing I want to show you. In the glove box, we have a few items for you. There's a quick guide for owners. This covers a lot of the functionality of the vehicle. Owner safety information. Terms of the new vehicle limited warranty. This card has a few important numbers on it. This is the number to our roadside assistance team. Program this in your phone should you ever need it. There's also a number that can connect you with our ownership experience team, which is happy to cover any questions you have about living with Model S after you've taken delivery, and our worldwide service team should you ever need anything fixed on your Model S or just to schedule your annual checkup. Next up, there's a guide for the roadside assistance team. They're trained if you call our number to tow Model S, but it's good to keep this in the car just in case. Thanks for taking the time to learn about your Model S. We at Tesla wish you many years of driving enjoyment. Have fun out there.